Hi, you guys. It's Renata. I know that this video is dark. I can tell that it's grainy and it's dark, and I rarely do videos this way. You guys know I usually just put a picture in front of my videos and just do my voice. So I know this is dark. I turned on the light, but I guess because the sun is glaring in, and these glasses probably aren't helping because they usually give off glare too. So I'll take those off. But the intention of this video is not for you guys to see me. It is more or less for you guys to hear something that I received this morning, and that is a hateful voicemail that came from a block number. It came this morning. I actually answered, which I never answer block calls. And the reason why it caught me off guard this morning and I answered is because I had just texted with someone and we were supposed to talk on the phone. And so I thought that it was that person, but it turns out it was not. It was somebody just kind of making clicking sounds in the phone. So I hung up after about 1 or 2 seconds. I hung up because I figured it was a perp. Well, a few minutes later, that same block number called back. I let it go to voicemail. And when I listened to the voicemail, it was um, it was a hate-based message, and it sounded like a song. But I listened to maybe 2 or 3 seconds of it, and as soon as I heard the N word, I hung up after I'm gonna say 2 or 3 seconds, because I was not going to let that set the tone for my day. I had already planned the things I was going to do for the day. I was not going to allow them to make me feel down and out or scared or paranoid or whatever their message was. So I just decided I'm not going to listen to it. I said to myself, I'll just listen to it when I get home with the TI family. We'll listen to it together. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. I have an idea of what it's like because I did hear a few seconds. So we'll hear it together. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Did I delete it? Oh, here it is. See, it's from an unknown number. I never answer those. It's not a good idea to answer those because they're usually perps in my experience. Let me put it on speaker. I hope you guys can hear. Sounds like it's a song.
Nigga run, nigga flow, nigga tall is surfing too. Run, run, a paddock will look at you. Run, nigga run, well you better get away. That's right. What you mean? Nigga run, run so fast, over his head and on his nest. Run, run, the paddock will look at you. Run, nigga run, well you better get away. Run, nigga run, the paddock will look at you. Run, nigga run, well you better get away. Some folks say a nigga don't steal. I caught three in my cornfield. One has a bushel and one has a pack. One has a rope, it was hung around his neck. Run, nigga, run. The paddock gonna get you. Run, nigga, run. Well, you better get away. Run, nigga, run. The paddock gonna get you. Run, nigga, run. Well, you better get away. Hey, Mr. Patty Roller, don't catch me. Catch that nigga behind that tree. Run, nigga, run. The paddock gonna get you. Run, nigga, run. Well, you better get away. Run, nigga, run. The paddock gonna get you. Run, nigga, run. You better get away. Run, nigga, run. The paddock gonna get you. Run, nigga, run. Well, you better get away.
Okay, so we just heard it together. I just heard it in its entirety for the first time. That's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. It's hateful. It's hateful. Now, if a TI or someone were to leave a message like this for um, another race, they'd be charged with a hate crime. Okay, if I report this, nothing will happen. Trust me, nothing will happen. Because that's how they do TIs. But I don't know who this person was. It sounds like it was a song, probably a recorded song. But it was geared towards me because they called twice. I guess they wanted me to hear it live, but because I hung up and I didn't answer the second time, we have to be careful about what we let in our minds. I just don't allow I don't allow them to dictate my day to me. I don't allow them to put whatever they want in my mind. And that's why I didn't listen to it this morning, because I was not going to allow myself to be afraid, to be paranoid, to question, to be worried. No, no. I told myself, you already have your day planned, and that's what you're going to do. And we'll just deal with that later. And that's what I did. I went out on my walk. The police, of course, they rode their bicycles past me. Um, but we're dealing with Satanists. We're dealing with Satanists. So things like this is to be expected. These are psychopathic Satanists. And psychopaths, they don't care about people. If you hurt, so what? They don't care. You have dead, they don't care. They don't care. They don't feel. They don't have empathy. They don't have emotions. They don't care about harming their next fellow man. It makes no difference to them. So I understand what I'm dealing with. These are satanic people. And being a chosen woman of God, and most TIs, I believe, all TIs actually are chosen by God, both male and female. So the Bible says that we're in this world, but we're not of this world. And so these people are going to make us uncomfortable because we're in a foreign land, we're in their world. Our light is shining bright. It should be. When they see us, they see Christ. And that makes them uncomfortable. So they want to shake our foundation and make us uncomfortable here. So this is the way it's going to be. We're never going to be welcome here because this is not our world. We're just here. We're in this world, but we're not of it. So I understand that. I will not be frightened. I will not be intimidated. I will go on with my life as I see fit. Um, so that's a failed attempt at whatever they were trying to do. Now, yesterday, there was a guy. Now, people who come to my call may have heard me say, uh, excuse me, I'm going to look for this picture, may have heard me say that when I was really trying to deal with triggers and things like that, even before I was targeted, I had made a screensaver for myself, and it said, "Keep calm and carry on." And that actually, I can give that as a suggestion for someone to just make yourself a little reminder and just put it on your screen. And when you feel stressed or something, you're triggered, annoyed, or whatever, just look at that, and that's your reminder to just go on and calm down. So that's what I did. I put on there, keep calm and carry on. And I had that on my phone for years. And that actually was on my old phone. That phone broke, so I got another phone. But that was on there for years. And it actually helped me a lot. It reminded me, just calm down, even though you don't know what's going on, because I didn't know about targeting at that time. But just calm down and keep doing what you're doing. It's going to be over soon. That was my way of coping, of getting through some of the stresses that I was going through. Okay, so that saying was keep calm and carry on. So yesterday, this guy, he made it a point to keep walking in front of me. And I'm going to see if you guys can see this. He had on a shirt. Now remember, my saying was keep calm and carry on. Okay. This one says keep calm and stay paranoid. See how crazy these people are? God forgive me, because I really don't like calling people crazy. But something's wrong with them, you guys. Something really is wrong with these people. They're satanic. That's what it says. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it because it's showing backwards the way I see it on the screen. But it says, keep calm and stay paranoid. And he kept walking in front of me, making sure I saw that. The first thing I thought about was that saying that I had on my phone, keep calm and carry on. So, what can you say? What can you say? These people, they have some really serious, deep-rooted issues. They really, really do. Anybody who's going to walk around doing stupid stuff all day, something's wrong with them. So we just stay in the light. We ask God for protection, and we go on. We go on. That's how I will handle this. I will go on. It's not the first time. This is not the first time. This is probably the first time I'm sharing it, but this is not the first time. I've had text messages. I've watched actually the last couple of days too. I've watched somebody type messages to me on text messages. Let's see. I'll show that message. Okay. I don't know who that's from. But I have watched my phone type messages to me, not pleasant messages either. Um, I had when I used to take my walks on my last job, they did everything in their power to stop me from taking my lunchtime walks, and that didn't work, and it still doesn't work. Um, but at the end of my walk, I always ended up by my car. So at the end of that particular walk, there was a perp that had put a note in my windshield, put it under my windshield wipers. So he stood there and he watched to see if I was going to take that note. And I looked across the street, and the sheriff was sitting, who harassed me something terrible, by the way. But they were sitting across the street, directly across the street from my car, watching me to see if I was going to pick up that note. So I took the note out of the windshield and I threw it on the ground and I kept walking because I already know it was some kind of intimidating, threatening something. I don't know. I didn't care. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it. We have to protect our minds because so much is happening. This is all mind control. It's just abuse. All of this is abusive. And I'm not buying into it. Not buying into it. Not gonna do it. Windows egg, dead cat, all of that. I've had all of that. So this is not the first time. There is another Ti. You guys may have heard her videos. She gets horrible, horrible, horrible voicemails, emails, text messages from her city officials, calling her everything but a child of the king you know. Um, so if she can get through it, I know I can too, because her abuse is 10 times worse than this right here. 10 times worse. So this is not gonna stop me. This is not gonna intimidate me. I'm going on. I'm going on. And I suggest that if any of you get anything like this, or people say all kind of weird stuff, chalk it up and keep it moving. We have got to stand up to these bullies and let them know you're not going to intimidate me. You're not going to bully me. I will not volunteer to remove myself from society. It's not going to happen. So I just want to share that with you guys. I don't want to make this video too long because I know it's dark and grainy and you guys probably can't even see me. But thanks for listening. I just want to share that with the TI family. Okay. So if anybody is getting this kind of stuff, ignore it as much as you can. Take note, ignore it. I know if I report it, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do one thing. But if someone else who's a non target were to leave a message like this, it'd be considered a hate crime because that's what it is. It's a hate crime. So, but I'm not buying into it. So just want to share that. Okay. Bye, you guys.